Thor is undoubtedly one of the most iconic characters in the Marvel Universe, and for good reason. As the god of thunder, he's got a certain swagger that's hard to resist. I mean, who wouldn't want to wield a hammer that can summon lightning bolts and control the weather? But beyond the hammer and the thunder, Thor's story is full of epic battles, personal growth, and some pretty hilarious moments. Today I'm diving into some of Thor's craziest moments and ranking them from least to most epic. Let's see how many of your favorite Thor moments made the list. First off, let's talk about one of the most complicated relationships in the MCU, Thor's bond with his brother Loki. Whether they're fighting against each other or teaming up to save Asgard, Thor and Loki's dynamic is always intense. Their relationship evolves from sibling rivalry to reluctant allies, showing us that even gods struggle with family drama. Their moments together are full of betrayal and redemption, and you can't talk about Thor without mentioning his love-hate relationship with Loki. Next up, Thor's struggle with grief and failure in Avengers: Endgame. This is one of Thor's most human moments. After failing to stop Thanos, we see Thor grappling with immense guilt and loss, transforming from a confident god to someone who feels completely defeated. His arc in Endgame shows how even gods have to deal with failure and find a way to rise again. His transformation, complete with his Lebowski look, also adds some humor, reminding us that Thor, even in his darkest moments, still has a heart of gold. Then there's Thor's journey from warrior to leader. He's always been a fighter, but we see him truly step into a leadership role as he mentors Valkyrie and eventually passes the throne of Asgard to her. It's a powerful moment that shows Thor has grown from being a brash, headstrong prince to a thoughtful leader who understands what it means to put his people first. Of course, we can't forget his epic fight against the Hulk in Thor: Ragnarok. This is one of the most memorable and fun fights in the MCU, two of the strongest Avengers going head-to-head in an arena. Thor vs. Hulk is the showdown we all wanted, but it's also more than just a fight. Thor's arc in Ragnarok centers on him realizing that his true strength doesn't come from his hammer, Mjolnir, but from within himself. That's a powerful message, one of growth and self-discovery. Speaking of the hammer, Mjolnir is basically an extension of Thor himself. It's a symbol of his power but also his identity. Losing Mjolnir in Ragnarok left Thor vulnerable, but it also pushed him to find his strength beyond the weapon. And remember when he becomes worthy again to wield both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker in Endgame? That was a jaw-dropping moment that cemented Thor's status as a true hero, not just because of his powers, but because of who he is. But Thor isn't all serious. Let's talk about his hilarious moments. Whether it's accidentally summoning goats or getting a terrible haircut, Thor has given us plenty of laughs. One of my favorite funny moments is when he thought he was a statue. Despite being a god, Thor is still just a big softy with a goofy side. His sense of humor is what makes him so relatable despite all the godly might. Let's not forget Thor's epic showdown with Surtur in Ragnarok. Facing off against a fire demon the size of a mountain? No problem for Thor. He takes down Surtur's army with ease, and the best part is he looks like he's having the time of his life. The combination of his bravado and sheer power in that moment is what makes it one of Thor's wildest scenes. Then there's his evolution into the King of Asgard. Thor's growth from a reckless warrior to a compassionate leader culminates in him passing the leadership of New Asgard to Valkyrie. He's learned to step back, understanding that being a leader isn't just about power but about making the right choices for his people. It's a beautiful moment of selflessness that marks the end of one chapter in his life and the beginning of another. And if we're talking about Thor's cosmic adventures, let's not forget how he started interacting with other mythologies. With the introduction of other gods like Zeus and Hercules in Thor, Love and Thunder, Thor's story has expanded into other pantheons. What could be cooler than watching gods from different mythologies clash in future adventures? This opens up a whole new world of possibilities for Thor's character moving forward. Lastly, Thor's connection to Earth is a key part of what makes him so unique. From his romance with Jane Foster to his friendships with the Avengers, Thor has always had a soft spot for humanity. His attachment to Midgard or Earth helps him grow beyond the godly arrogance he had when we first met him. In many ways, his experiences on Earth have shaped him into the hero he is today. So there you have it, Thor's wildest and most epic moments ranked. From his hilarious mishaps to his battles with gods and monsters, Thor has proven time and again that he's more than just the god of thunder. He's a hero with heart, humor, and a deep sense of responsibility. But what do you guys think? Did I get the ranking right, or do you have your own favorite Thor moments that deserve the top spot? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to suggest other characters you'd like to see featured in future videos.